Welcome everybody to this barrel selection tonight. What is today? It's Thursday.
No,
We're in
it's
August.
Wednesday.
God, it is Wednesday. Man, I've been like just terrible with my days this week. So today we were actually supposed to go to Buffalo Trace to record Josh Steely, and it was gonna be awesome. It was gonna be epic. We were gonna talk about like Old Charter Oak, and we were gonna taste the entire series. And then as we were driving there, like 64 got shut down, and we just wouldn't have made it in time. So that podcast recording just didn't happen. So we got to reschedule. So I've been thinking it's been Wednesday or Thursday all day. And so that's why. Anyway, August 5th, Wednesday. So welcome everybody. We're going to be doing a barrel pick of Driftless Glen tonight. Now, this is something that, Ryan, we've tried it once or twice. I think we did a whiskey quickie on it at one point, didn't we?
Yeah. It was really good. We've had several versions of it. I think Blake and them kind of, gave us some insight on them, and then we've tried it a few times, and it's gotten. I think we tried a couple years, and we're like, it's okay, and then we just tried it this year, and we're like, oh wow, it's changed a lot. So, been really happy with the progression of this brand.
Yeah. So we'll see what it's like. So but with that, let's go ahead and let's get
got a lot of pretty samples here.
I know. It's funny. So like their bottles, I should have grabbed a bottle from the basement. I don't know why I didn't. But the other sample bottles are supposed to be kind of a play or reminiscent of their actual bottles themselves.
Yeah, we don't. We send like plastic, cheap 100 mLs. We're cheap guys.
Well, that's I'll tell you what, I do that, and I ship stuff in plastic because I haven't seen a difference of actually shipping stuff in plastic, and B, it's super cheap to be able to do that. You just put in a poly mailer, and it's only like $3 to $4 instead of like $8. So 50% off.
Always saving money.
That's what I'm always looking for, a deal. That's why I shop at slickdeals.net every day. It's always have to look at it.
Sounds creepy.
Maybe a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's introduce our team here tonight. So everybody knows Ryan and I, so we'll get that out of the way. But we'll start at our top here in the middle. Heath, go ahead. Tell people like a little bit who you are, where you're from, and then our fun question for tonight is: what was your go-to cereal as a kid?
Meat Chambers, Flowery Branch, Georgia. Go-to cereal. That's a tough one. Probably Lucky Charms.
Solid one.
Not the mushroom. Marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
The rainbow.
Yeah. Eat marshmallows out of it.
Heath is a turf man too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I think we met on lawn care for him first, and I bought some stuff off him. And I owe you some bourbon, by the way, because you got my supplier to come down on some stuff. So I need to send you some stuff. I'll do that.
All right. Like you guys just like working up over deals over here. I forget there's just one of those like 90s sitcoms, and it's always rang part in my head. I don't know if it was like Full House or something like that. And this kid was pouring a bowl of cereal, or should I say one of the people in the family was pouring a bowl of cereal. It was Lucky Charms, and it was just the cereal, and all the marshmallows were gone. And they go, "Where are the marshmallows at?" And then like the little girl goes, "I've been up since 6 a.m." So I mean, it was just so she's just picking them all out. Yeah, picking them all out. So
it's a funny story. We our pantry is we put the Lucky Charms up on the top, and my 4-year-old somehow she come down one morning, scaled the shelves in the pantry, got the cereal down, and that's what she did. She ate every single marshmallow.
You gotta get the cookie jar higher.
You don't even have to like teach your kids to do that. It's like they just do it.
Oh no! So now we've actually found there's a little butcher shop up the road, and they've got a little. It's really, I don't know, that we call it the Amish store. I don't know if it's actually owned by Amish, but that's just what everybody calls it. And they got a butcher shop. They got a little like candy shop and everything, and they sell bags of just the marshmallows. So
I didn't know that was possible.
Dang.
oh yeah, well you can order them on Amazon too.
Oh boy,
You can get
don't
anything
tell
on
my
Amazon.
kids that.
Yeah. So we, I mean, my wife and I, we're both, I mean, we have eating habits of a kid, so we fix us a bowl of cereal, a bowl of Lucky Charms, and add extra marshmallows because now we're adults and we can do that.
You made it.
Doing grown up shit now. That's what grown ups do. All right, Nick, you're next, buddy.
Nick Gilbert. I live in Canton, Michigan, which is Metro Detroit, probably 45 minutes from Detroit. And my go-to cereal as a kid, I remember it being Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I don't know if that's true. But that's what I remember being my favorite. But I don't know if it's been around that long.
I'm on. That was actually mine. It was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. And you know what the best part about Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It's the last bowl of the bag, because that last bowl is just like all the granulated sugars and cinnamon that just sits at the bottom, and it's like double the unhealthiness of very
like that too.
The leftover milk at the end too. That's
my favorite part.
That's Brian. We know everything with you comes back to cereal.
I know. That's why it's gonna be hard for me to choose. I might have to do 3 again.
Tim, what about you?
So I'm Tim Altman. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. And then mine was actually French Toast Crunch.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I remember that spinoff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's fancy.
Do they still make French Toast Crunch?
Not that I've seen, huh?
Oh man, it's just like that's like
it's like Pepsi Clear.
That's what I was saying. Pepsi Clear. That was the one I was looking for in my head there. Andy, you're up.
Hi, I'm Andy. Born and raised in San Diego. Currently, I live about an hour north, Temecula. It's a wine country out here in California. And I think I would have to say Cookie Crisp was probably my go-to cereal when I was a kid. It was always nice to get, it was always nice to get the actual cereal in a box. You know, I'm one of 3 boys, so always got those bag generic cereals.
Yeah, I was always so disappointed when those showed up.
When those came home from the grocery store. So it was cool to get a box of Cookie Crisp every now and then.
That's pretty good. I haven't seen Cookie Crisp in a while. And I've got some people in the chat that are going like, what the hell are y'all talking about? We're actually doing a barrel selection tonight, but we started off by talking about some random topic, and we're just introducing all of our the barrel pick team here as we go. So yeah, Ryan,
I want to keep on the cereal train.
Yeah, no, because you're next, man. This is you. This is your question. I was saving this one.
But it's funny you mentioned the bag cereal, and I remember my parents were like, "Yeah, we're on a budget, we're saving money," and then like you're an adult and you're like, well, it's only like $2.50 for a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, come on, cheapskates! Like, give me the real one.
And they come in like the giant packs now. Like you can get like family size of it, so you can buy in bulk.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, y'all mentioned 2 of my favorites already, but I did like I like the Reese's ones. The Reese cereal, man, that was a good one.
That just sounds so unhealthy.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for peanut butter, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch is probably my favorite. But if I have to be different from someone, I'll do Reese's.
So nobody said like Count Chocula. There was no. I mean, Rice Krispies. Mine's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like hardcore. Like that's where my it's where I lie.
Rice Krispies was a huge, like, I'd go to my grandmother's to stay, and that's all she'd have. And I'm like, can I have like 5 tablespoons of sugar to dump on there?
See, we used to like cut up a banana and put them in like Rice Krispies. Like that was a way. Oh, somebody else said Captain Crunch. I mean, nobody said Captain Crunch either.
Yeah, Crunch berries were good.
All the berries. That's the one that my kid wants now. She was like, I just want the one that's all berries. And it's whatever.
Well, we got those one time because my daughter wanted it, and she only wanted, I can't remember which color it was, but she only wanted the one color. So that created a
it's like kids these days. They're like, they don't know what it's like to like wait in line at Disney for a ride, or be able to comb through and get your marshmallows, or you have to wait and listen to the radio to like for an hour to listen to your favorite song.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's just like everything's instantly what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, Frosted Flakes. Oh, totally forgot about. I mean,
Yeah.
Tony
They're
the Tiger.
great.
Yeah, I mean that's a staple right there. I don't know how we didn't think of that one either. Like Tommy D's with you though, got that peanut butter action going on. So
all right, I'm over cereal now.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead. Let's move on. So tonight we've got 6 different barrels that we're going to be choosing from. There's 3 bourbons and 3 ryes. We don't have to choose a bourbon or a rye. We can just choose our favorite. We can choose one of or one of both. It doesn't really matter. We'll find out when we start going through here. Oh, and Fruit Loops. God, Fruit Loops were solid.
And now they have Fruit Loops with marshmallows, so that's.
Of course they do.
Toucan Sam.
Everything's better with marshmallows.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
All right. So what do y'all think? Bourbon or rye first? I'm thinking bourbon, and then we move to a rye. Only because
numbers are bourbon and rye versus rye.
I do. I'm the only person that I can decipher them.
You have the key.
Well, actually, he sent it to me and he was like, well, you all are probably smart enough that you'll be able to tell a difference if one's a bourbon or a rye, but he sent it to me anyway. So to get these set up in order. So for bourbon, you've got the first one that we're going to have is 1866, then 1894, and then 1930.
Oh, okay. Well, I can figure this out then.
Mm-hmm. So we'll start with those 3 in that particular numerical order, and we'll see if we find anything that we like here. Like I said, I haven't tried a whole lot of Driftless Glen, so I don't really know what to expect here.
I've never had any of their bourbons. I've only had their ryes.
See, well, that's what I'll be fair. I asked when we were going into this, and because there was a lot of people in the Patreon community, and they wanted us to do a barrel selection of Driftless Glen. And I know I think I've tried 1 or 2 before, but I've always been nothing. It hadn't been like blown me away. Still had some young notes and everything like that to it. So I made a request to Justin, who sent us all these samples, and I said, just get your most mature barrels possible, because we're gonna. Maybe it was just me. I was like, I'm gonna be a snob about it. So
that's factually correct. Remember the last one they sent us, we really liked, and then we were gonna try to do a pursuit series with them, but we couldn't agree on price.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm glad you remember these things. Was it a bourbon or a rye?
It was a rye.
Okay.
Yeah, the rye was excellent. I haven't tried any of the bourbons, so we'll see.
We'll find out. We sure will. So I got, as long as everybody has at least 3 glasses in front of them, that's what I got, and then I'll swish it out with some water and move to a rye. But so for anybody that's watching, like I said, we're going to dive into it. So I'm going to go with the first one here, which is barrel 1866. This is 4 years and 168 days old. Now, the other thing that we do know about Driftless Glen, and Ryan, maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, is that they do use smaller barrels.
Yes.
And they are from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
We're drinking Wisconsin bourbon tonight. Called Badger Bourbon.
Oh gosh, I'm sure they've never heard that before.
Yeah, so fellas, just feel like kind of nose it, taste it. Feel free to just kind of chime in with thoughts as you go through here. There's no right or wrong answer.
Unless Kenny disagrees with you.
Yeah. It's happened on
you really like that one?
It's on the past 2 barrel picks. I keep getting hosed out of the barrels that I like. This one's got a lot of alcohol vapor up front.
Yeah. Definitely.
You get a little bit of the young note.
A little caramel in there.
Yeah, like I said, on first pass of it, there was a little bit of caramel underneath some of those tones, but still wasn't shining through.
You get the caramel right off the top when you taste it.
Yep. Then it goes into kind of what I expected it to be, I think. For me, it's a little young. I'm open to opinions to prove me wrong.
It's hot.
It's really hot.
It is hot.
And
And
I
it's
don't know. It's young, but there's some like caramel, little like creamy mushroom. Not God. I keep saying mushrooms.
cream of mushroom.
Maybe cream of mushrooms. Maybe it's I don't know. It's all this fungus in the air. I don't know. It's like
I mean, I think there is like an earthiness to it.
yeah. Y'all getting like just hell. Your grass down there is probably dead.
Actually, my fescue, it looks better. I mean, the best for considering what time of year it is that it ever has. But I've done some things a little differently. And it's impressive. But yeah, no, I mean everything's got funk right now.
Yeah, it's kind of just caramel, and it just goes straight into heat for me.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's
it's just really, really short caramel on the front end, and then just heat all the way through.
Yeah, it's like a spicy mushroom.
Is that a thing?
I have a hard time identifying the different notes sometimes when me and my friends talk about it, but I've never used mushroom as a description before.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say mushroom. I'm trying to say like a creamy little like burnt marshmallow or something. But then it just opens up to straight fire.
Yeah, I agree. There's a little fire. Tommy D asks, "What are the proofs?" I do not know. We do not know. What you see on here is what you get. So you see the barrel number and you see the age. So, wish I could give you more information, but that's what we got.
All
right.
What's the 168?
That is how many days. That's what I'm assuming. I mean, if you look at 1930,
like there's no way it's 168 proof. Well, hell, it tastes like it kind of.
You could have fooled me, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. The nose is already better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Some cinnamon.
a little bit of orange peel on that one too.
Maybe. I'm searching. Frosted Flakes or Reese's Puffs? No.
No, not getting that on the. Unfortunately, I'll tell you what. If we could find a bourbon that tasted like Frosted Flakes, that'd be something else. All right, going for the taste.
This one's got. Oh, sorry, still tasting.
Keep going, man.
Yeah, this has got more like fruity notes on it. A little bit of dried fruits, bright citrus in the end.
This gives me hope.
Yeah, nowhere near the heat.
Yeah,
This
one's so much better than the last one.
Yeah,
a lot more layers to it.
Yeah. Do they distill
nice
or their own or source? They definitely distill their own.
Yep. I don't think there's a contract distiller in Wisconsin
that are putting them in like 15 or 30 gallon barrels or whatever these things are in.
Ooh, they still got some heat on them. I like it. But, ooh.
Are you still on 1894?
Yeah. This one's much better though.
I'm getting a little bit more like vanilla.
I agree.
Yeah, I get down. Yeah, definitely on the front end.
Yeah. Like I said, this one gave me some hope. I like this one. It's got a decent finish. It sticks around. I still think it's definitely a little earthy. For me, I don't know what you all think on the finish.
Vanilla mushroom.
Vanilla mushroom. Yeah.
I guess whatever it's gonna be mushroom theme. I guess the pick. So Tim, where do you live at in Louisville?
Over by St. Matthews.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
We're neighbors then.
We almost all could have gotten together.
Yeah.
Yep. Less than 10.
Mm-hmm. That's what I might have to run and go get 3 more glasses because I'm not too sure if I want to empty out these bourbons to go do the rise.
Amateur move.
Yeah, I was about to say rookie move tonight by me.
And Nick, where were you from again?
Canton, Michigan.
Michigan, that's right.
Yeah, I had to run. My glassware is a little limited. I only have 2 of the.
Well, we'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
I was just going to drink them straight out of the bottle. So
That's
nothing
what I
wrong
do.
with that. Yeah. It's actually encouraged.
I was
All
playing golf down in Florida, and I was drinking out of miniatures, like straight from the bottom. They're like, "What are you? You're crazy."
Were you with family or with?
I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Break out a Glen Cairn, golf course?"
Tim, Tommy's asking if you're an Illinois fan. You got that throw on there.
Yep, that's where I went to school for a while, so I gotta support the Illinois.
Nice.
That'll
All
be
right.
my next barrel head that I do on the laser engraver I got.
Oh, that's right. You're the one who posted that one behind you on Instagram and tagged us or something. Yeah, he's got all kinds of crazy cool stuff going. He's got our logo right there in the middle of it.
Advantage to being a CTE teacher, we get really cool toys, and then I have to, learn how to use them.
Yeah, for sure.
I want a laser engraver.
What would you laser engrave?
I don't know.
Everything.
His arm.
Your picture on a piece of wood.
I'm okay with that.
Your silhouette.
Yeah, we could do that. We get matching ones. We put them in each other's houses. How about this? And
I need something. My wife was like, she's like, Kenny has a cool thing on behind his, for his camera. You have nothing but a plain wall and a green bookshelf. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I need something cool.
Like I said, we'll get that fixed. We'll talk to Tim. What we'll do is we'll get a barrel head. But what we'll do is we'll make it like those charm bracelets. We're going to put a cut down the middle. And so you have one half and I have one half. And then so when people see it, they'll be like, we each got a half of the barrel head.
No, thanks.
All right. I'm moving on to 1930 over here. 4-year, 161 days.
And Andy's in like the perfect place in the world, San Diego, like just north of it.
perfect in some ways.
It's like you can grow grass easily there, right, Heath?
Everything comes back to grass for you all, huh?
Yeah,
As long as you're okay with paying for the money to water it.
that's true. Because I don't think I could live in California. But I mean, no offense, but I just,
Oh no, none taken.
it's but yeah, I mean, you got the perfect weather.
Well, the noses on this one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's like one note I'm trying to pull out. I don't know what it is though. I don't know if it's like a cotton candy.
Yeah, this one's got like a Big League Chew or some kind of flavor.
I'm a big fan of Big League Chew.
Like the grape kind.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just my palate, but like they mellowed out as we went on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess go back to number 1 and see if it lights your ass on fire again.
It's like going from the blazing wings to mango habanero to just hot.
Back to like the garlic parmesan or
Yeah.
was it garlic something?
Parmesan garlic.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm not a Buffalo Wild Wings expert by any means, so
I
trying
don't
to
know.
remember.
It's still straight heat. Number 1.
I'm getting a little bit more like a cherry almost out of this one.
On 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3's got some nice bright fruity notes on it.
Mm-hmm. It's still got a good peppery finish that sticks around.
On 3?
Yep.
Three, you could probably put it next to a bunch of stuff and you might fool you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like 3 a lot.
Yeah.
Not to sway anyone.
Well, I mean, I wrote it down. I wrote a check plus next to it. So
yeah.
1894 has this vanilla mushroom next to it.
Yeah. Vanilla mushroom. That's it. Nailed it.
So save a little at the end and blend them. We might just do that. I'm going to try 2 again, then 3. And then I'm going to take myself off the stream and probably go get a few more glasses to be able to do the rye so I don't have to burn up these glasses. So yeah, it's definitely between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2.
3's got more and more alcohol vapor coming off of it.
2 just has something that's slightly off-putting. It's still good, but there's just something. You're calling it a vanilla mushroom. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but
it's a funk.
yeah,
It's like almost like an over oak.
yeah, it's like very bitter kind of thing.
But you think it 4 years and 142 days, be like, that's hard to get over oaked, right?
Could be on the barrel.
When you guys do these tastings and you take 6 different samples, how do you keep from, I guess, I don't know the proper term, but like burning out your taste buds? And, is there, I guess, a fatigue to it over time that you're desensitized, I guess would be?
It's a sprint, not a marathon. So you just do it as fast as you can. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think, I don't know. Ryan, you want to take that?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, about 10 is usually my threshold or our threshold. Usually about 10, I started to be like, all right, got to take a break. We did 15 with barrel like 2 weeks ago in like an hour. And I was like, I mean, my palate was burnt for 2 days. It was like I ate Totino's pizzas fresh out of the oven for, when you burn the roof of your mouth.
Right.
But
right in the middle of a hot pocket or something like that. Yeah.
What we do when we do like our Pursuit Series stuff, we'll go and taste like 6 to 8, and then we'll actually take like a 20-minute, 30-minute break and play like Can Jam or something, kind of reset. I drink water too, like in between them, just to kind of like tone it down, and then I kind of take baby sips where Kenny kind of throws the whole damn thing back there and sloshes around. Whereas I take baby sips and kind of move it around where it's not like I just try to get enough to coat my tongue. But yeah, it definitely sets in about 8 to 10. You're like, everything start kind of tasting the same.
Yeah. I agree. I think there does become a point where you have to kind of like reset yourself, and it's a little bit different. Ryan and I, we do taste differently. And I think when we did the barrel episode where Fred actually moderated it with Joe and actually noticed exactly how we were doing it, because Ryan does, he takes like little tiny sips versus me. I can't really I feel like when I take a tiny sip, it doesn't give you the full experience of like what I'm trying to get out of like the flavor, having it coat the tongue, being able to, and I can still spit and that's fine, but I have to take a lot more back just to be able to kind of get everything out of it. Feel like when I take a smaller sip, I just there's something that's like a reaction inside of my mouth that it burns of alcohol versus like, it's not very like a relaxing sort of way to do it, but it's probably more information than you needed, and it was probably very confusing.
That was weird.
It's good.
On that note, I'm going to take myself off the stream, and I'm going to go get 3 more glasses so I can get prepared for this rye. So talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. So Heath, you got any in distilleries in Georgia you like?
The ASW stuff I've had is pretty good. They got that, and I mean, I guess they're releasing release season or whatever, but a lot of places are having store picks of their stuff. And then there's another one. It's that Old Fourth Distillery. They got a bottled and bond bourbon that's pretty tasty.
Old Fourth, you said?
Old Fourth.
Fourth, gotcha.
Yeah. I think I got a bottle right there somewhere. But yeah, it's
what I miss.
I was just gonna go around and ask people what's their favorite like local distillery.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Don't ask me mine.
Buffalo Trace.
No, I mean they got good stuff, but we have a spoiled riches, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I know. I can't even ask Tim. It's like
Nope.
well, it's Nick and Andy. Nick's on mute.
I think he's on mute. Yeah.
My bad.
That's
Do that
all right.
work like 10 times a day. Michigan's known for being one of the best states for beer, but unfortunately, distilleries, there's a ton of good ones. My favorite in Michigan is Traverse City, which they have a really good, I want to say it's like a barrel proof rye that I have a bottle of that I got that has kind of a odd taste to it, almost like dill, if that sounds weird, but it is really good. But yeah, Traverse City whiskey is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I got their barrel proof rye and their barrel proof bourbon, and I enjoy them. I mean, I think the ones they sent us are like 4 or 5 years old, and they're pretty solid. And I don't know if they're MGP or if it's their own stuff.
I think they've had a few releases that is their own stuff. I want to say that rye might be one of their first. I believe. I could be wrong on that, but
yeah.
Speaking of ryes, y'all ready to move on?
Yeah.
Sure.
Unless there's any debate about the bourbon, I feel that 1930 is number 3 was the best of the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Ryan, do you want to debate about it, or are you happy with that one?
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I wanted you to be voted out, but I can't argue with you on this one.
Yep, son of a bitch. We all agreed on that one. How weird.
Yep.
Like I said, I thought it was solid, but we'll go through the ryes now, and I mean, who knows? We might get a bourbon and a rye out of this. So I'm gonna go in order. So first one up is, if I can get the freaking thing off, 1537, 4 years, 211 days.
The oldest.
Tis the oldest. And then 1571, which is 1 day less, 4 years, 210 days.
Second
So
oldest.
probably a huge difference between these two. All right. And then lastly, we got 1797. It's Ryan's favorite year. 4 years and 151 days.
That's right. I don't know why. 5 years after Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's
so important that year.
It's close. That's all that matters. All right. Here we go. Diving into 1537. Oh gosh, these noses are good.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
That's now this is cotton candy.
Yeah, definitely.
Way more so than the last one I thought I said that was.
Baby monitor.
Yep.
I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Hell, mine are 5 and I still hear them. They can cry like that.
Yeah,
Today, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was 5 months. Been in quarantine since February.
Wow.
Yeah. Was ready to go back to work with paternity leave, and it was like, nope, school's closed.
That's tough.
That is tough.
That's what. So I've got my brother had a baby as well. I think back in maybe February at the same exact time. Maybe it's March. Maybe it was March, and same exact thing. Like we can't even see the kid because they're not comfortable with family even being around unless you quarantine yourself. So, needless to say, we have not quarantined ourselves to go and see the kid.
After about 3 months, we're like, it's time to get some grandparent time.
Right.
I'd
be like 3 weeks in. I'm like, who cares? Take your temperature.
You don't need to take your temperature. Leave your sanitizer outside. We're just
Can you fog a mirror? Get over here.
Anybody else getting like pickle brine out of this, or is that just me?
Yeah, there's definitely some.
Sweet.
I love pickles. I'm becoming
like
a big pickle person lately.
Yeah, definitely get that pickle brine on the finish. It just kind of lingers.
Like a bread and butter type pickle, sweet and.
Apparently, the bread and butter
ones.
The bread and butter ones are actually the worst for you because those are the ones.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's got a ton of sugar in it. See, that's the thing. I told myself, I was like, all right, I need like some healthy snacks. Like, what is it? And I started looking around like, oh, pickles. Pickles sound pretty good. I like pickles. And started doing some research. Come to find out, there's some pickles that are really bad for you. And those are pretty much the bread and butter ones because they're just dumped full of sugar. So you got to get the ones that are mostly just, vinegar based and stuff like that.
I like the Wickles and Pops. Have you had Pops pickles?
I have not had those ones yet.
No.
Oh, man. They're special.
I'll have to check it out. Like I said, I'm on the, what was it? It kind of started off as a kick where going to Costco, they have like the Famous Dave's like spicy pickles there, and they're super good. And I killed like 2 of those massive jars, and then I did some research and found out they're probably not that good for you. And then there's some other ones at Costco that came in like a smaller thing, and you could tell it was like more of like a craft pickle, if you will.
Pickle.
Yeah, it's like you're like these guys. This is craft pickle stuff. Because I looked at it, and it was like 5 calories for every 5 pickles, and I was like, oh, pickle, a calorie. All right, I can do that, but it didn't have near the taste of like what Famous Dave's or anything like that did. It was just like pure vinegar. So now I'm on this hunt for like the perfect pickle.
And I'm sure you didn't stop at the liquor section of Costco at all.
I do stop there. Oddly enough, I stop at the Costco liquor section every time I'm there. And it's just like only just in case there's something in the case.
I
can't not go and at least look inside the case, but I at least make a small trip. But
I lucked out the other day, got $17.92 bottled in bond. I think it was only like $29 or something like that. So I was like, can't beat that.
You can't beat their prices ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work at like 5% above wholesale or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. In the chat, Jordan asked how many what's the most barrels we tasted in a day for PS? Gosh, it's got to be
we did almost 50.
Yeah.
I think it was like the second or third time, but I don't think we did 50 in all in one day.
No, it's probably like in one day. It
was probably close to 35.
35, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting, of course. Otherwise, we'd be like dead.
Mm-hmm.
Except we took this one guy that came with us. He did not spit, and he was like blackout after like 10. Then we had to like carry him around all night.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that was a solid rye to start this out.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
really good. It was creamy, sweet, spicy, pickly. Yeah, I was a fan. You know, those good pickles is Jimmy John's. Those whole Big Daddies you can get with the. Those things are awesome. My daughter loves them.
Is it just like a full pickle? Like they?
Yeah, it's a big deal, but then they cut it in halves, and I share one with my daughter. She loves pickles, so
I've never done that before. I'll have to try it.
Yeah, they're way overpriced, but I think they're like $2.50 a piece or something stupid. But they're good nonetheless.
There you go. Keith says Wickles are awesome. Totally agree.
Yeah, they're sweet. I can crush those.
Homemade pickles, you know, it was funny. When I was doing this research, I thought about doing homemade pickles, and I was like, I ain't got time to be making homemade pickles, man.
You got time to suntan on your patio.
Listen, that takes me a little bit of time, and
why don't you just grow cucumbers outside? And you can
you've seen my yard. Where am I going to grow cucumbers?
You put a raised garden bed.
You're a raised garden bed.
So I was going to say that I make my own pickles, but I felt like it was too much of a California thing to say. So I didn't want to really bring that up.
You do yoga too? No, yeah. I'm kidding. I do too, actually. I don't know why. I do too. So
my wife makes me if that's better.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you make your own pickles. Give me the recipe, or like how is it done?
So it's really just salt water, and you use the lactobacillus bacteria on it to it kind of naturally ferments, and about a week, 2 weeks, and it's pretty sour.
All right then.
Yeah, homemade pickles are awesome. I love, like, the farmer's market. I'm a sucker for them. They're like $8 a jar, and I'm like, damn, I know it's like a 25 cents worth of cucumbers, but but they're so good.
That jar, that's where they get you.
Yeah, mason jar.
Those on the second one's
Andy,
really good.
Do you like dill pickles or like bread and butter type?
Oh, I definitely dill.
Yeah, me too.
Bread and butter, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Go from cereals to pickles.
Yep. Went all over the place in this one.
Sure, everybody is enjoying this.
Yes, all 30 viewers, they're loving it right now. Man, the nose on this one's good. I think, like I said, the rye, I'm glad we did the rye second. These are great.
Yeah, I kind of knew the rye would be where it's at. Oh, wow.
Trying to pull some flavor notes out of this one. Almost like a candied apple, or like a red delicious apple, or maybe gala apple, something like that. Might just will say apple, because I'll keep going on this path of like Honeycrisp. And by the way, there's no better apple than Honeycrisp. I'll just go ahead and put my foot down on that one.
Yes, Pete Sabo, yoga is a shit. Andy, I don't even know why I said that, because I do yoga like 3 days a week. It is awesome, because I had back issues, and it's like now they're gone ever since I've done that. And it keeps my head sane, because as you can tell from talking with me, I'm crazy sometimes.
That's from being out in the sun all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Spraying chemicals all day. Maybe.
That too.
I'll tell you what, between 1 and 2 in the rye, that's gonna be a tough decision.
Yeah.
Anybody else
finish on this one's a little shorter, but the front and mid palate is like so much more deep. It's like creamier. It's got a great viscosity. Like you said, it's got that apple kind of fruity caramel kind of taste to it. Whereas the first one's kind of more of a pickly.
This has like a sour taste to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, I like this. I'm liking.
Sour in a good way.
Yeah.
Sour like a warhead.
Those are intense. I don't think it's quite that intense. But
did you ever do those challenges when you were a kid and you had to take like like 5 or 10 of like the yellow warheads and put them in your mouth and try not to make a face.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Didn't a kid burn his tongue because of that one time?
Oh yeah, the spice doing the hot ones.
Yeah, they burn a hole in his tongue or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
They had to change the formula after that, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, that was always the rumor that somebody like just did too many in a row and it just
Right.
burnt a hole.
You're like, we thought it was a good idea to do 10
Mhm.
warheads at once. Only in America could you burn a hole in your tongue from
Candy.
too many warheads.
That's just like generations of candy science and research, like going into just like the ultimate thing that's just going to screw you up. All right, I'm going to try number 3 here. 1797. This is 4 years and 152 days.
Our favorite year.
It is. It is. However, the nose, I think, is the worst of the 3, in my opinion. Not to sway.
You tend to do that.
I'm not picking much up on the nose on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It just smells like alcohol to me. Like maybe a little cinnamon spice kind of thing going.
I mean, after like the 5th time putting my nose into it, I'm getting something out of it, but it's definitely a little more muted.
Mm-hmm.
This one got to be a lot lower proof too. I don't know. It seems like it's a lot lighter.
It's good. It reminds me a little bit of the first one. I'm gonna say it's like the first one, but without that strong bitter note.
I would say without the pickle note. There's no pickles in this one.
I think it's a muted number 1. Like 1 is just everything amplified going on in this.
I can concur.
But they're all 3 really good.
Yep.
How many well, I guess they're tiny barrels, so I guess not many come out of it.
Honestly, don't know. I don't know what we would get out of it. Would probably have been a good question to ask. Let's see. Ben Grayson. Has a distillery ever sold a barrel you picked to another group by accident? Yes. It's actually happened to me before, but it hasn't happened to a Bourbon Pursuit barrel yet.
Yeah, I was in the cartel, right?
Yeah, another barrel picking group that we had belonged to. They, what was it? Went and picked a barrel of 1792 foolproof, and then it was either one or two things that
I think they lost it or something.
Well, they either forgot to mark it as sold, and another group picked it, and then it got shipped out. Actually, no, that's exactly what. Actually, what happened is either that or they chose a barrel that had already been chosen and then left. And so I think it might have been the latter, that they had chosen a barrel that had actually already been chosen by another store. And so, actually one of the guys in the group, when that barrel was there to choose that 1792 foolproof, and they loved it, left it. And then come to find out months later that it had already been selected by somebody else. And then so somebody actually hopped on a plane, went to the store, and bought like cases on cases on cases of that particular barrel that they originally chose. But Sazerac made it up to them and gave them a Weller 107 barrel as a
it's like an upgrade.
Yeah, as a sorry, we screwed up on that one. So
that's like you messed up our 2 Buffalo Trace picks. So
well, that's what
we're gonna need a baby Saz.
Well, that's what we've got one of our Buffalo Trace barrels going for sale right now, and we should have had the second one, but there was just a screw up, and it's been sitting at Buffalo Trace for like 4 months and just never shipped. And so we finally had to ask, like, where's this barrel? And they're like, oh, there it is.
Oh, we were wondering whose this was.
Yeah, pretty much. But they're moving a lot.
You guys have an all-time favorite barrel?
You mean that we've picked by Bourbon Pursuit?
Yeah,
Gosh,
sorry.
There's been so many.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to choose a bad Four Roses that we've done. But for me, I still think one of the best barrels that we have chosen was the Whistle Pig Smooth Curve Ball. I mean, that one
was a good one.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm looking and it's like they're all so different in their own way. You know, it's like you're like, I like you because of this, and I like you because of that. It's hard to like.
Oh, I know. Again, we're a little spoiled with it, but what was it? I was doing the math today. We're on track. I think what we're doing tonight, this is the 27th barrel that we've selected, or what is going to be 27 barrels so far this year for Bourbon Pursuit. So,
Jeez,
I know. We got a lot of good stuff.
I got to build some more shelves.
But that also includes stuff we still have yet to pick. Like we're doing 2 bullet barrels.
And that doesn't include the Pursuit series.
That doesn't include Pursuit series. That's just regular barrel picks. And that's up, but that does include bullet. We're doing 2 of those. We're doing 2 Russells. I didn't include the Jack Daniel's barrel proof because we can't do that one yet. They don't do that. They don't do that one samples via mail. You actually have to go to the distillery, and they're all still shut down in regards of having people there. So
I really liked now I'm looking at it. I don't remember the name of it. The Knob Creek pick, the bourbon one.
Man, a few words.
Yes. That's it. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how did he know that already? Oh, I didn't even,
because John loves this one. I remember.
I'm just looking at I didn't even know he said that. I was looking at my bottles. That was really good.
Mm-hmm. Tommy's asking where do we sell them at. So everything is actually sold through our Patreon community. So that's where all these barrels go through. And so we have a few different select retailers we run these through. And that's how everybody gets their hands on them.
Yeah. Probably the best thing is still episode 18 for me.
Oh yeah.
Mackenzie rye.
It's a solid rye. I actually had Danny Kahn over here yesterday, and he was like, I want to try one of your Pursuit series. What's the best one you think you've done? And I was like, let me give you some of this. And he was blown away by it too.
How are those 160 proof?
I'll let you try them, man. Surprisingly enough, I mean, we actually did a build up. We started off with like a 97 proof 1792 12 year, and then we built up all the way to like 100 and it was
actually
we went by color.
Year. That was pretty good.
Yeah, we did a whiskey quickie on that one too. It was awesome. So
yeah.
How was the Coca-Cola one?
That's right. I can't remember anything.
Back, we're creeping up on an hour here, so back to the rye. We gotta nail down which barrel we want here, because I think it's between 1 and 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna do 3 just for science here.
I'm gonna go against the grain and say 3. I liked it better. Just me personally.
Heath, it's okay. You can have an opinion on this one.
Yes.
Well, partly because Ron told me earlier to go against whatever you say.
He was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, whatever you do, just don't let Kenny bully you into something.
No, I think, I don't know. Like you were saying, I mean, it is kind of a muted number 1. And I don't know. I sometimes muted isn't the worst thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more approachable. One's got some heat still with it.
Yeah, I think 2 is probably my favorite out of these.
Yeah, I mean, when I first had these, 2 was probably my favorite, and I think I'm still on that. I'm probably 2, 3, 1.
Well,
for me.
Don't influence everybody. We'll take a small vote. We'll take a small vote here at the end. We'll see what everybody's favorite is. And then Ben asks, have you ever passed on any of the samples or barrels that have been given to you?
Not yet. We're close.
Well, let's not go too far. I'm not going to name any distilleries, but we have had barrel samples shipped to us that we haven't done live. We just knew we wanted to try it beforehand, and we just knew it wasn't going to be prime time, at least for our audience. So we passed on it. So there have been times. However, when you go to when you go to any of the big guys, the Heaven Hills and the Jim Beams, in Buffalo Trace, they do a very good job of actually cherry picking a lot of barrels for that particular program. So it'd be very hard to turn something away because you're going to find something you like. Now, is it the best one? Who knows? The way that things work out in barrel picks, it just depends on whatever you get rolled out that day. It's all blind luck.
Luck of the draw. Unless you go to Russell's or Willis, and they're like, just pick one till you like it, or you can't taste anymore.
How much time you got, buddy?
Yep. But those are dangerous.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a tough choice between 1 and 2.
Three's almost got like a little honey thing going too. Like, I know you are between 1 and 2.
Well, no, it's okay. I mean, you can totally blindside me and go. It's funny. So tonight is the premiere of Big Brother. My wife's a huge fan of it, and
really,
oh, dude, she's huge. And I'll admit, I get into it. I think it's awesome, but they've got a method of what they do to sneak people and basically stab them in the back. It's just called you backdoor them. So anyway, if you all end up backdooring me and being like, well, everybody actually chose number 3. We were just talking on a side chat, and
I texted everyone.
Yeah. How do we screw Kenny out of another barrel? Man, with these only being 1 day apart, it's making a tough decision.
They're vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. It's you'll get sister barrel, those 2 Willet barrels we bought, it's they were side by side, and they're vastly different. It's crazy. Same run, and they're sitting in the same damn rick, and so different. Pig is not Kenny's back door.
Yeah, I put it up there, and I was like, I don't think I like that name, but
these are all 3 really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for rye, so
yeah, me too. I tend to like ryes or high rye bourbons.
All right. You all have a favorite? Don't say it. Just let me know if we're ready to take it to a vote.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's all right, we'll start from the top. If your favorite is number 1, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay. Well, 2. Okay. And number 3. All right, Heath. Well, sorry to say that. Sorry to say. So 2's the winner here. I'm glad to see that. It was a clear favorite amongst the group. So barrel number 1571. That is now 4 years, 210 days when this was bottled, or when this was bottled. So it's probably 218 days by now. So who knows? It could be completely different.
I don't know. It's been here for a while. I feel like I got it 2 weeks ago.
Has it really? I can't remember.
It's been about a week and a half, I guess, since I got mine, I think.
Okay. All right. Then we might be in the 220 range.
I got mine on Monday. So
Yeah. See, so we're not alone here. So we'll awesome.
So Driftless send them direct. You didn't have to send them.
Correct.
That's nice.
Yeah, I got out of shipping samples for once. That was love that part.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, so we got the rye.
Well, Kenny's back door. There it is.
I don't like that name. I don't like that name at all, guys. We will need to
go on that.
I think we have to vote.
I'll tell you what. Sleep on that name, and if everybody comes back to it tomorrow, and that's the one we go with. It's the one we go with.
And I'm letting John Henderson do the artwork.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine the sticker.
That's what he said. Stickers being designed right now. Oh shit! All right. Well, if it is, it is. Whatever. So
it'll be like you on the Big Brother couch with all the contestants or something, getting backdoored,
just getting voted out of the house.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more thing to try to worry about here is, do we want to buy the bourbon? So I'd say go back and try 1930. Now that we've had a chance to try these ryes, because the ryes were incredible. I thought they were really good. I'd say try 1930, and we'll see if this still cuts the mustard for us.
Let's see here.
Because I'm not opposed to asking for 2 barrels. We know that 1571 is going to be
especially
our
if
top
they're
pick.
Like little 15-galloners or whatever they come.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
gosh, the nose one's good now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard choice.
I like this nose better than any of the rye noses almost.
You think so? I don't know about that, man. I'm sitting
here.
Okay.
Here he goes. That's what I told you, Heath. He'll bully you.
Like, okay.
There's something I can't.
It's almost got like too much like a wood or oak character on the bourbon, in my opinion. Versus, I think the rye is a little
You're
more
on 1930.
floral. Yeah. Where I think the rye nose is. I mean, it's way better. It's head over heels better. I think the 1930, like I said, not to say it's bad, it's just on the nose. I think it's just oak. That's what I'm getting out of it now. The taste, though.
I know. I like the taste a lot.
Yeah.
I'm getting that orange, fruity. I still like the nose better. The ryes smell like ryes to me. This has some like.
I think you're crazy, but whatever. Well, Ryan, do you want the bourbon barrel?
You're all right. You're getting backdoored.
Do you want the bourbon barrel?
I mean, I'll leave it up to. This is our audience. I'll leave it up to these 4. So.
Question is to you all on the 4: would you buy a bottle of this?
I mean, I'd buy a bottle of both, honestly. But
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd buy the rye. I honestly wouldn't buy the.
We like the honesty.
Yes, we want the honesty.
So we're 2 to 1. Heath, where you at?
I'd do both.
Ryan wants to tell you.
We don't know what the hell we want. No,
it's 3 to 1, man.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I know you've done at least a little bit of math, so you're better at math than I am. That's for sure. So I think we go ahead and we if we can get the bourbon barrel, we'll ask for it. How's that sound?
Yep,
that sounds great.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see what if it's like 2 400 bottle. I doubt it is.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Yeah, but cool.
Because these are going through seal box.
No, these will go through keg and bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha. They're in California now.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Guess they're blowing up. They're going everywhere.
Dang, good for them.
I don't know. That's how it is. So there we go. So barrel 1571 of the rye. I wrote apples, but I also heard Kenny's back door. So we'll figure out what that one's about. And then we've got barrel 1930, which is 4 years and 161 days. We're creeping up maybe 175 now. And we'll come up with a name for that one. We'll kind of stew on that one a little bit over email, and we'll come up with something there, and we'll figure out what we want. Paul Clark said 2 ryes, no, a bourbon and a rye. So 1571 was the rye, 1930 was the bourbon. So there we go.
Yeah, I really like that bourbon. I don't know. If you like oranges, you'll like it.
There we go. So
Well,
I mean, I liked it. Like I said, I think we picked 2 stellar barrels.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think it was awesome. Guys, stick around here just for a second. We're going to go ahead and close out the stream. I want to say thank you, everybody that stuck around with us. Hopefully this was, honestly, I love that you all actually want to sit here and watch us, BS around for an hour and 5 minutes and talk about stuff, tasting notes, and
see Kenny get backdoored
and watch me lose every barrel that I ever want. Yes. But also, if you are interested in ever getting one of these are sold exclusively through our Patreon community. You can go check it out, patreon.com/bourbon pursuit. As I had mentioned earlier, we're gonna get close to damn near 30 barrels this year. We're gonna select just through other distilleries, which beats my projection of 20 by a lot. So happy to see that we're able to do that. Oh, and I actually just got barrel samples in today for Woodford Reserve Devil Oak. So we're going to be doing that one as well soon. So,
jeez.
I know.
All right.
That'd be good.
We're just going to keep this train rolling. I mean, why the hell not, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, I can do more Zoom calls or StreamYard, whatever we're on.
It saves you a trip of looking at a fermenter tank, right, Ryan?
That's right. These are much better. I don't have to drive anywhere.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Again, check it out, patreon.com/bourbon pursuit. You can be like these guys here, supporters of the podcast, and helping us actually choose one of these barrels. So thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next bourbon tasting. Cheers.
Cheers.